how to add the controls if they are not available in the toolbox. So now I would like to show you that WPF support to have freehand drawing, freehand drawing. Like we used to have graphics in Windows programming. Exactly to that, we have direct controls here. Plus, what I want to have, paint brush will support you to have flexible drawing. That I want to do here in WPF. So in order to do that, what you're supposed to do is general, general, right click, choose item. Now it is loading all WPF components. Yes. So here, if you look into this control, common WPF control, you go to all controls, all WPF control. I'm looking for a control that should allow me to have freehand drawing. So for that, I need a control by a name called ink canvas, but I don't have here. Image is there, but I don't have ink canvas. So that ink canvas control you have to add. Right click, choose item. Here, all the components are loaded. Select ink canvas, come down. Here it's there, ink canvas. Click on OK. Added. Drag and drop. Extend this. Yes. You want to have name, you can give a name for it. Alias name equals to INKCVS, ink canvas. But direct run the code. Over. You don't have any coding at all. Yes. Freehand drawing. Direct. Paint brush में exactly same thing will do. And if you're interested, you can have one button here to clear what do you call image, whichever image you are drawing. If you want to clear that image, that part also you can specify, but you have to keep a button for that. Then it will support. Okay. That is how you work with what? WPF. Even if just I want to show you one button there and how to clear the image. Just with coding part. So that you can try out like how to clear images whichever have been drawn in your ink canvas. Two different approaches here. Canvas is there, ink canvas is there. Canvas we use for placing control, ink canvas for for drawing. For drawing. Just give me 2 minutes. The machine might be it has it's hanged. So it got suspended, but it's not getting closed. Okay. Open Visual Studio again. Same project I'll open. I'll just add a button there. Okay. Here I keep a button. Go to Toolbox, place a button. For this button also, I'll give alias x colon name equals to btn clear pick content clear pick font weight bold font size 20, width 85, 100. Now, when you click on this button, picture should be cleared. Double click on it. It is canvas, INKCVS, dot, strokes, dot, clear. Well, this will clear the picture. Yes. Now you draw. Okay. That is how you do with WPF. Okay. Now, the next part that we are going to study, it is all about Windows services. You can rather say Windows background services. Anything is fine. Windows background services. It means now when I run my C# program, that service will be available. That service will be available. Service will be available. Where it will be available, that service? In services application. That is what the meaning is. What is the topic called? Windows background services. Okay, Windows background services. And you know about services application. Services here. When you open, you find some list of services here. In that list of services, we are going to add our service into it. That's what the topic is now. That's what the topic is. How to add a survey. Steps only. There's no much logical thing to work on it. Steps. You have to remember steps. So let's begin. File, new, project. Here you will find. Just come down. Windows Universal. No. Classic desktop. Yeah, here. Under Visual C#, Windows Classic Desktop. In that you have here Windows Service. Windows Service path. Same our folder. C drive. Bash 6 PM. Select folder. And here I'll change. Demo on Win Service. That is the name of the project. Click on OK. An interesting thing is when you open a service, you don't find any design window. You don't find any coding window. Nothing you find. Why? Because it is going to run in background. So obviously, design part will not be available. Only service should be created. It should be executed, but you won't have anything related to design part. Okay. Then rule. First, right click in this design window, go to properties. Yes. Here I have name, demo service, service name. Same name I'll give. demo service. Okay, both name I gave, both options. You might have noticed. First is name, second is service name. Both I gave same name. Doesn't matter. Different also no problem. Same also no problem. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just give me 2 minutes. Stay as it is. Okay. So what did I do in this Windows background service now? I just have changed only two options: name and service name. Two things have changed. Now what you have to do is usually for a service you have all these options. First I'll show you what are the options. According to those options I'll write the code. Any service you open, any, here ASP.NET State Service, right click, properties. You have start, stop, pause, resume. Four options. We'll write the coding for these four options for our service. How do you write? Right click, view code. Yes, we got service.cs. Already methods are there: on start, on stop. Two other methods I will add: protected override, on pause, protected override, void, on continue. That is nothing but resume. Okay, here I should write here on start. So what I should do? Whenever I click on this, it should create a file, system.io namespace. Now you should write stream writer sw equal to new stream writer c:/cs batch 6 p.m. slash I'll give test svc dot txt comma true, and here I give at the rate. You want to write sw dot write line start plus date time dot now dot too long time string sw dot close. So indirectly, when service starts, the time it will note in that file. Time it is going to note in that file, test svc.txt. True I said because I want to append the content into that file. Same thing I copy. I'll keep in stop. Same thing I copy. Pause. Same thing I copy. Continue. Here I say start, stop, pause, continue. I write resume. Okay. Resume. Okay. These are the four. Two were there actually. Start, stop was there. Pause and continue. I added. Just copy paste. I did only strings. I changed. Only string. Current time I want to record. So now I used date time dot now. Too long time string. And which file is going to store that information about services? Test svc.txt file, which I am going to create in batch 6 p.m. folder. Okay. After writing this code, service.cs, again go to design window, right click, go to properties, and you see here can stop. It's already there. Pause and continue. Hope you remember just now I added them, so make it true. You make it true because it is default false. Make it true. Okay. Now after that, again right click. Now you should click on add installer. Click. Yes, one more file is added now. Project installer.cs design window, and we have two options available. First, I'll go to service installer, select that, right click properties. Here, description, I'll give description. Service created through C sharp application. Display name, demo, service, start type, automatic. Three options I gave. Description, uh, display name, demo service, start type, automatic. Three things. Now go to service process installer. Right click properties. Here two options are there. Account, change, and I'll say local system. Means whatever is my account, in that it should work. I don't want to give any again username, password and all. Just change this to local system. Save. Best. Now remember one thing. One thing. Compile this. It will generate exe. Yes, successful. And you got now successfully program is compiled. Succeeded. And exe file is generated. Now don't run the code, even if you run, because there is no environment for it where you can give some inputs and all. So now if I run, then you can see, you can find a message. Cannot start service from the command line or a debugger. You find a message. Instead, it is asking a Windows service. What is it asking? A Windows service must first be installed. A Windows service must first be installed. Now, how to install? That is important. You got this exe file. What is that file? Install util.exe. One file is there. So you have to install this service first. What is that service? How to install? They gave one utility. Install util.exe. And then you have to check the service whether it is working or not. How to check? I'll read these options later. Okay. Chalo, now do. First installation will do. So to install, open developer command prompt. Developer command prompt for VS 2017. Right click, run as administrator. Yes, you got this here. Developer command prompt for VS 2017. Yes, I got this prompt. You could see the screen, Srinivas. Is it visible? Clearly visible? Srinivas, Romana, can you see the screen? It's clearly visible, or should I increase the font? That I want to. Okay, fine. I'll just increase the font size so that you can things can be more visible. Perfectly visible. Bold fonts. Lucida console. Okay, fine. Close all this now. Close. Now you go. CD CS batch 6 p.m. slash demo on win service slash demo on win service slash bin slash debug. Enter. Yes, you got your exe here. You have to install it. Install util -i demo on win service.exe. Enter. Yes. Our last message. Commit phase completed successfully. Transacted install has completed, which means service has been installed. You want to check that? Open services then. Services application is open. Yes. Refresh once. Demo service. Somewhere put your cursor on it and say D. Yes, I have demo service here. Created. Service created through C# application. Service here. Description is there. Here. Automatic. Local system it is. Simply now, Acha, one more thing also I'll show. Open the folder please once. Go to C drive. Our folder, batch 6 p.m. In this, I'll have one file after execution. Test CSV. SVC. Test svc.txt. Currently, you don't have T. You don't have any file. Testing is there, but we need test svc. Okay, let's run the code now. Started running. The moment you find running, go to that folder. You'll have one file now. Yes, this is added now. Open it. Start time is recorded. Then pause. Or go to that file. Double click. Pause time recorded. Same. Go to that service. Resume. There is continue. Go to that folder. Open it. Resume time is recorded. Stop the service. Go there. Stop. Stop time is recorded. How did you manage this service? Using services application. Where it will be? In administrative tools, control panel. Second way. You want to do same process, but not with services application. So better close. Okay, come back. Now we will do with command. You can say net start demo service started successfully. Go there. Second time we started. Yes, second time. Then net pause demo service. It paused. Net continue demo service. Resume. Net stop demo service. Stop. Success. Go to the file. All four recorded again. Third technique. Another approach to deal with this service. Another approach. And this time, what I do is here I'll say exit from. Okay, uninstallation we require. I'll keep that as it is. Another approach I'll show you. Another approach how to manage this services. Go to Server Explorer. Servers. Server name. Services. demo service. Here I have. So using this demo service also, we can control our service. We can control our service. Okay. What is it called? Demo service. From where it is? Server Explorer. Now you read the message. Error message you read. I mean that information. If I run, read now. Cannot start from debugger. It says a Windows service must first be installed. I have installed. And then it says, then started with the Server Explorer. Just now I've shown you. Or Windows Service Administrator tool. That one, services.msc. Or you can use net start command. Now, once service is created, now I want to uninstall the service. I want to uninstall. So you have a property install util -u. Yes, successfully removed from the system. Uninstall has completed. Now go to Windows. Open the services application, please. Refresh. D. Yes, we have device delivery, device install, device management, but there is nothing called demo service. That has been removed from the system. Use option install util -u. For installation, what did you say? Install util -i. I for installation, U for uninstallation. This is another small topic we have connecting with the C#. Okay, exit. That's it. Now, ADO.NET, you remember already ADO.NET. Okay, connecting with that is my next topic. Just a step further on it. A step further. That is called three-tier architecture or three-layered architecture. Although we already know two-layered architecture or two-tier architecture, we already know that is connectivity between client and database. Connectivity between what? Client and database. Now you have one more. Client as it is, no change. Your Windows programming or command-based programming, that is client. Database already we know. We have SQL Server as backend for us. Between this client and database, you have in between a special application, that which you call as server application. That is our third tier, third layer. First is client, second is database server, and in between this database server and client machine, you have now server application. That which you're going to do, or you're going to write a code in your C# program. it will be simple. Client Windows programming, there is no doubt, you know already what all it deals with, right? So now, first we will design, server related code. First we will do that. So obviously, when you want to deal with the server related code, so obviously you have to decide how you want to make a communication with server. So two approaches are there. Either you use TCP channel or you use HTTP channel. Anything is fine. Okay. And how do you do this? So first and foremost thing, you require to have a class library for reusability. Step one, this is file, new project, class library. Yes. Continue with default name only. Why to change? Class library one. Okay. Click on OK. So why am I designing this class library? Because class library will generate DLL and DLL is reusable. Delete all this stuff. Public. We want interface. Interface name as remote interface. RI. And in this I'm going to write string return type, find name method, int eno employee number as parameter. That's over. That's it. No, I don't go make code complex. Simple, you understand. This is what we are going to do for reusability. Just compile. Class library 1.dll. That's it. Okay, one over. Now, now what do you want to do? Close this. Okay. Now you have to create. Now, file, new project. This time, console application name equal to remote server. Click on OK. Yes. You want to use DLL. DLL. So Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add reference. You remember where the DLL is. Give the path of it. Path. So browse. No. Here, sorry. Browse. C drive. CS batch 6 p.m. Class library 1. Class library 1. Bin. Debug. DLL. Add. Okay. Add it. Here it is class library. Add it. In executable project. Next, what do you want to add? Remoting. Right click on the project. Add. Add reference. Assemblies. We have an assembly for remoting. System dot runtime dot remoting. Say okay. Yes. Now delete all this and you should start writing namespace using system dot. No, first what we will add, class library will add that which one which we just now brought using reference. Then we say using system dot data dot remote, sorry, runtime dot remoting, runtime dot remoting. Then again using system dot runtime dot remoting dot channels. Again using system dot runtime dot remoting dot channels dot http. Then again using system dot runtime dot remoting dot channels dot tcp. As I said, you have two channels for communicating to server, either http channel or tcp channel. And there is even database process in it, so you have to write using system dot data dot SQL client. System dot data dot SQL client. All these are namespaces required for communicating. Now I create my application as, instead of program, R server, remote server. And we need to do here what you want to do, because I'm talking about networking, because it is distributed application, real time. When we work, it is like we want to access data from one machine to the other machine. So for that reason, what we are supposed to do is we want to send the object from one system to other system. And remember, network does not support to send object from one system to other system. Rather, under networking, always we send packets of data. Data packets we send. What we send? Data packets. So to do this data packet process, to convert your object to data packets, so we require to use one special class for the conversion specially, and it's called Marshall by ref object and remote interface. Two things I added. Now SQL connection con object, SQL command cmd, two objects, connection con object, command cmd object. Yes. Now what else you want to do? You want to have constructor R server, default constructor, try block, because I'm going to add a connection here. Con equal to new SQL connection, data source equal to dot, initial catalog equal to msdemodb, then user id sa, password 123. But open the connection. Open the connection, then message console.writeline object created. Try block. If any issues in the connection, for that I'm writing exception ex object. If any message, if any issue, you should get a message ex dot message, or only ex, anything is fine, ex. Now we have to override one method. We don't know what's the name of the method. I better take support of Visual Studio. Quick actions. Put your cursor here on the error. Then you'll have this quick actions. Click implement interface. Automatically that method is generated now. Whichever is there. Yeah. Here. Find name. I'll just change its position. Okay. I'll put it on the top of main. Yes. Now what is that you want to have in this code? Code. So that you can retrieve your data. How do you retrieve? String str is the str semicolon. Then you can say, no, we don't declare string first. First command execution. CMD equal to new SQL command, and I write select EMP name from EMP where employee ID equals to plus ENO. Bind the command with the connection. String str is equals to cmd dot execute scalar. Execute scalar. Convert that to string because variable is string type. And then you say return string. Over. This is all ADO.NET code. Nothing new we discussed. Nothing new. Now we are learning the server related code. Now we are learning. First, which channel? TCP channel. T equals to new TCP channel, and you require a port number. Any number you give, any number. But see that port number should not exceed 65,535. 65,535. It should not exceed that. So any number. So I put randomly some number 9044. Some number. Okay. Now once this channel is created for sending data from client to server, now you require to register this channel services dot register channel of T. This is registration. Now you have to specify server type, which type of server you want to use. So I'll show what are the server types. Remoting configuration dot register well known service type. First I should explain type of service R server, comma, this is my name, test is my name, and I should say well known object mode dot singleton. Two server types are there, singleton, single call. First I'll show you singleton. Then you have to write console.write line message server is ready. Server is ready. Yes. After this, just you have to put a message to stop the screen. Console.read line. Only to control the output window. Nothing else to do it. Yes. Compile. You'll have a warning in it because I didn't complete that code yet. But I should get exe file. And whatever I have written now, this is all for server application. Database already we have. Client I have to design now. Windows Forms application. I should design that. Server application just now I created. And in that server application, I have mentioned ADO.NET code and server related information. I use channel, registration of channel, specification of server application. And we are now executing our server application using singleton. Singleton succeeded. Over. Now you have to add client. So I won't close this. Let it be, because however we need again this. I'll open one more Visual Studio. Second Visual Studio. Click on it. Yes. Second Visual Studio. Yes, now you have to open Windows Forms application that would work as client. File, new, project, Windows Forms application, browse, C drive, CS batch 6 p.m., select folder. Say OK. Yes. First, you should add your DLL, class library.dll. Should add DLL file into the same project. Into the same project. So Solution Explorer, right click on the project, add reference, browse, class library1.dll, done. Okay, added. Now design part, toolbox, place a label, right click properties, enter EMP ID, then toolbox, go to text box, right click properties, name txt emp id, then you need a button, right click properties, text I should give find employee id btn, find employee, then again I need toolbox, label, right click, go to properties, text, employee name is, then go to toolbox, place a text box, then right click properties, id txtemp name. Best. Now you have to write a code and execute. Go for it. Double click on the button. Now you are interacting with server application now. Server application. Remote interface. You should write namespace. Using class library one. Yeah, then I can use that. Here, remote interface x is equal to typecast, and we have a class activator. We studied about this class, activator class. Oops, oops. Under oops, we discussed what are the different ways of creating objects in class, different ways of creating instance in a class. I covered this topic. Different ways of creating instance of a class. And in that we discussed about this class called activator. The same thing today we have used. Dot get object, and you should give type of remote interface, comma, double quote TCP colon slash slash local host, because on the same machine I'm executing, colon 9044 port number, slash test is the name of the application to whom I want to communicate. Integer, employee ID is equal to int dot parse txt empid dot text. Then string name is equal to, I should write x dot find the name of an EID, sorry, EID. Then txt emp name dot text is equal to name. But that's it. Save. First rule, first rule. This is client application, Windows Forms application. Don't run this. You have to run your server application. Start, execute. Yes, it says server is ready. It says server is ready. Okay, bring it down here. Now open client application. Run the client application. Debug, start without debug. Yes, client is ready here. Server is ready here. Give ID 1. Find employee. You can find a message here. Object created and I got the detail. Again I'll give 2. Rahil, second name. It means when you are using server type as singleton, which means your things will be processed with one single object. Things will process with what? Single object. Okay. So now what you have to do? Let's see. One object only it creates. With that object only, multiple requests it is processing. 3 we don't have. 3. 3 is not there. So we got error. Okay. Now change your object. Server. Go to server. Change it to single call. Singleton it was. Change. Dot single call. Yes. Run the code again. First compile this. Build. Successful. Run it. Server is ready. Bring it down. Go to client application. Run client application. Client is also ready. Give the ID now. One object created now. Again you give 2. One more object it creates. It means for each request one object will be created under single call. In singleton, one object is created and that object will deal with multiple requests and responses from server. Single object will be created. Single call, for each request one object is created. Singleton, one object is created for multiple requests and responses. That is important in remoting. That's it. So tomorrow will be our last session for C#, where I'm going to discuss